Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the Nintendo Famicom system. Last episode, Fess, Maxine, Booker, and their dragoon friend Rickard made it to this floating castle in the center of the cyclone. So, yep, this is where the Emperor will be. So, wow, that must be an incredible magical power that he's able to suspend a castle inside a cyclone and direct the cyclone. So, wow, the Emperor, he's gonna be a tough cookie to crack. So, but one good thing is that I've noticed in my life, in my years of owning rats, is that rats, they like cookies. So, got my 2 new rats today, or yesterday, Bub and Bob, and they're, you know, fitting in, I guess. They got some cookies. I was told at the rescue, they're like, make sure to give them cookies at night, because they get cookies every night. And I can tell they had a lot of cookies because they are chunkies. Princess is a little scared of them, so hopefully she'll, you know, get over her fear. But, yeah, so right now they're in, separate cages. Eventually they'll be able to connect, the cages, but I have the cages blocked off so they can't connect. So the boys are in the bigger cage, the princess in her smaller cage, and, like I said, normally they connect, so it's like a big cage, but like I said, since they're, not really, excited about each other yet, so, the boys are kind of fat and lazy. They were just sitting on my, lap for the most part, and, Princess just avoided them, so, but hopefully now with their cages are next to each other, so they'll be able to kind of sniff each other, you know, between the, about 4 to 6 inch gap between the cages, big enough that they won't be able to reach each other with their paws, but close enough I think that they'll be able to, they can see each other, and they'll definitely be able to smell each other, so, yeah, hopefully, like I said, they end up becoming friends, because it'd be nice, like I said, to have them all hang out together, you know, especially the boys, because the boys are both older, and, so if one of them passes away, they'll be able to have a buddy with the princess, you know, because he's young, and plus, you know, I thought Princess would take a little bit closer to them, being that, you know, she, you know, lost her sister Zelda a while ago, so. But, alright, let's make an inventory space here so we can open this treasure chest, get the wind flute, cast like a cyclone spell, so we're not going to use it, we're just going to sell it, but we're going to take on this green dragon here, so, like a little mini boss here. It is weak against lightning, so we fought the white dragon in the Massilia Tower, weak against fire. So we'll run into a few other dragons later on. There's the blue dragon and then a red dragon. Blue will be weak against Scourge, and the red will be weak against ice. So. But they're in a future dungeon, so 2 dungeons from now. So we'll just take this guy out. Like I said, they're not dragons are tough, but as long as you really worked up your elemental spells, like I said, Maxine can take off about a little bit more than a third of its hit points with one casting of her lightning spell. So, and that's only at rank 6, so maybe like rank 7 might be like be able to 2-shot the green dragon with it, but see, Holy's doing a pretty decent amount of damage for just a level 2 spell. So there we go, finished off the green dragon, and it looks like we're gonna get an item from it because we've got 0 gold. So let's see what we can get out of it. Healing staff. It's like a staff that heals you when you attack an enemy with it. It gives them hit points, so it's good against like undead. You can also use it on yourself, but we don't have any staff users, so. Alright, so here we are. Before we head up to where that red carpet is, we want to heal ourselves up, because the Emperor awaits us. So, but the Emperor, he's not really going to fight fair. He's going to have bodyguards, and he's going to make us, I guess, earn a chance to fight him. So we're going to have to go through few rounds of combat before we actually fight the Emperor and his own bodyguards, so... Should we heal ourselves up? Check out our magic. Thunder's almost at rank 7, so... So we step on the red carpet or take over? I'm not wasting my time on you. Men, take them out! And we get into one fight with these guards. So, there could be 3 or 4 of them, so... We got unlucky and got 4. I don't know if you consider it unlucky, because these guys are pretty easy. There's a good chance for us to, you know, gain our stats and build up our stuff, so... Yeah, it's okay that we got into a battle with 4 of them. So... But... So we just work on them as always, working on, like I said, working on Fess is Holy, so... Try to get that Thunder up to level 7, which I think like maybe only 2 castings of it should do. And then for the future battles, we can work on Maxine's other like support spells. So she only has to start working on her flare eventually later on, but like I said, I'm just working on each spell as I go. So 2 down, 2 to go. Well, at least in this battle. Yeah, after this battle, we're going to have another battle with potentially 3 to 4 of the guards again. So, makes you wonder what those guards are probably thinking, because they're probably watching this fight, and they're like, oh man, these guys are, you know, our friends are getting destroyed. Yeah, we didn't take any damage at all so far. And I spoke too soon, but 16 damage, that's really nothing. So, badonk. So 1 fight down, 2 to go. Maxine gets Thunder. Not bad. Let's see how you do against this. And this is all like pre-played out, like a step that we take forward there. So and we have another battle here. This time only against 3. So drain some MP. Get ready for the battle with the Emperor. The Emperor, of course, going to be a spellcaster. So, which makes sense. You can drain all his MP and then it'll just be a physical attacker. Which would kind of be, I guess, a good move because we're going to find, when we see the Emperor, when we actually fight the Empire, he's in the back column. And there'll be 2 columns ahead of him, so... He's just hanging out in the safe row, casting his spells. So yeah, we're going to have to, of course, work on that Osmo spell eventually. Because the higher the level the spell is, the more MP we drain off an enemy when it hits them, so... Flare is pretty pitiful. But like I said, it's only rank 1, so... Understandable, it's not going to do too well. So like I said, it does have the highest multiplier of all the magics at 20. Where elementals are 10 and holy is 15. And we'll Booker finish this guy off before we can have Fess get his poison cured, but we'll get it done on the next thing. Oh, Maxine got some intelligence. Fine, I'll do it myself. Now we have the Emperor, who's accompanied by 2 guards and the Wood Golem. So you have to beat everybody in this battle. You can't just like beat the Emperor and you know, he'd be like, I give up, or like his guards give up. You know, maybe they're thinking that, hey, the Emperor's gone. Now I'm the boss. But, yeah, it's weird. We got a preemptive strike. The Emperor's the one who initiated the combat. He said, I'm going to do it myself. And, yeah, so that was weird. So, Emperor, like the Wood Golem in the front, he's weak against fire, so you can hit him with fire, exploit some... he doesn't have too many hit points, so... 1,290. So... And plus having that he has an elemental weakness. He said we'd probably tear right through that. We were doing, with an elemental weakness, we were doing the same, like about that much damage to the green dragon. And the Emperor has less magic defense than the green dragon, so you can almost probably one-shot him with a high enough fire spell there. So we'll work on our other spells, so... So yeah, it's just, we'll concentrate. Huh. Booker took out 1 hit. There we go. As I say, we'll take out the Emperor. See, yeah, the battle just doesn't necessarily end once you... I think there's some games like that. I'm trying to think. I know there was... I swore I played a game one time that, was like that, where if you defeat the boss... Well, I guess Chrono Trigger, the Lavos, when you, fight him, he has, like, the Lavos core, and then he has, like, 2 flunkies with him. If you beat the Lavos core, the 2 flunkies just, you know, are defeated with him, too, so... I guess that's the one I was thinking of, so... Probably another one, too, but not off the top of my head. I'd have to think a little bit, so... Hey, we got an elixir, so... we can always use that, but we have no room for stuff. What can we probably get rid of? I don't... Yeah, like I said, I don't know what stuff is really expensive or not. So... I won't die. I don't know the cheapest thing to get rid of. Let's get back to Finn. And with the Emperor's defeat, the Cyclone is defeated, and peace is restored, and that's the end of the game. Congratulations. Thanks for following along. Thanks to you, peace has been restored. We get a nice little dance scene to end the game. Now we have plenty more of the game to go. We didn't find the Dark Knight yet. Whatever happened to the Dark Knight? Why wasn't he there to guard the Emperor? We're about to find out in just a few seconds. Somebody's gotta come in and spoil the party. Every party needs a party pooper. That's why they invited you, party pooper. Here he is, right here. Your Highness, the Dark Knight, Leon has declared himself Emperor. Huh? Our friend Leon? No, will the war ever end? And Leon? So this whole time, Leon's been working with the Emperor. And now he's declared himself the new Emperor. The Dark Knight went and claimed the throne for himself. Leon, the Dark Knight, but he was your friend. I'll go to him. He's my brother. He must be under the Emperor's spell. Once he took the throne, then he must be in Palamecia. What is Palamecia? Let's ask. Castle Palamecia is in the mountains. It can't be reached by foot. Paul's always bragging about how he snuck in there, so that'll give an idea. Let's go talk with Paul. You're not going to fight Maxine's brother, are you? We're the only ones who can get to him. Well, be careful. An impregnable fortress. Paul might have snuck in before. So yeah, there's your clue to go talk with Paul. Paul will give us an idea on how he snuck in. And if we go to Massidia, we can read the bookshelf, and that'll give us another clue on how to get in. But both of the clues ain't going to be how we get in. We'll get in though in a way, sort of. Basically Paul and the bookshelf basically say that like they got in basically by flying. But we will not use Paul's method of using a kite or the method described in Massidia, a hot air balloon. We'll use another method to fly. I'm so tired. Yeah, me too, buddy. We're the ones doing all the work. And it won't be the Wyvern. How does one enter Palamecia? Well, we'll talk with Paul. Palamecia is in the heart of the Empire, surrounded by mountains. Yeah, it's that castle. The monster will vanish once the Dark Knight is defeated. We must overthrow the Dark Knight in the Palamecian Empire. Only you can do this. The Imperial forces couldn't have had time to regroup yet. Yeah, we can't. It won't be the Wyvern. It'll be something else. But Palamecia Castle is that castle in the mountains to the east of the arena where we went to rescue Princess Hilda a long time ago. So let's talk with this guy, see if he has anything to say. Paul often brags about sneaking into Castle Palamecia. I'm tongue twisted there. Ugh. Let's head on and talk with Paul. Head on into Finn. See what the people here, if they have anything new to say. We stop the cyclone. Is the Dark Knight the new Emperor? Man, wood travels fast around here. When will we have peace? Well, maybe once we defeat the Dark Knight. Or talk some sense into him. But, speaking of sense, let's make some sense, make some coin by selling all this treasure. Makes sense to go into the next, area with, full, amount of, slots for inventory. don't want a full inventory. We want an empty inventory, or as much as it can be. So, or a totem. There's a bunch of this stuff. We don't need that gold pin. Well, that's cheaper than what I thought it would be, considering that that's that bonus, the agility. Alright, well, let's go, whatchamacallit, we will talk with, Paul, see what he has to say. Another knife that we can get rid of there. What else can we get rid of here? Homie shoes can be okay. We can, use them to cast, I believe, haste 11 on your characters. You can farm them from the Goddess enemies, so if you want building up your haste and you want to have haste for, boss battles, you can fight some Goddesses and hopefully farm some things off of them. So, they can also drop the Bacchus wine, which is basically gives you the Berserk status. I'm not sure what level, though, that Bacchus wine is. I'd have to look it up, but it's probably higher than the rank 4 that we're going to build our support spells up to, so. Now we have to deal with the Dark Knight. And he does not answer anything to Palamecia until after we talk with Sid. Let's go talk with Sid. That Cyclone hit me bad in Paloom. Ugh. Which is weird because Sid is actually based in Poft. His airship is in Poft. So Sid's gonna crawl into bed. Sid okay? I'm a mess. But my airship's okay. You can borrow her until I get better. Take good care of her. Unfortunately, Sid will not be getting better. He passed away like many of our other friends. Let's talk with Paul now. Now Paul will have some new dialogue. That was Sid's will, you know. He knew he didn't have much time left. He wanted you to have his airship. He loved his airship with all his heart, and he entrusted it to you. I've been there. I used a kite to land on the roof. You can get there from the sky, like with an airship. So there we go. So now we know what we have to do. We have to use the airship to enter Castle Palamecia. But we have a few things we want to take care of before we head to Castle Palamecia. We want to head to Massidia area to get that dialogue with the book. Now we've got a new keyword. And while we're in the Massidia area, there's a few monsters around there. There's some new monsters that we want to encounter. So we're going to go on a monster hunt. We're going to hunt some new monsters around Massidia and then also in the desert around Palamecia. These monsters, they can be encountered in future dungeons, but their encounter rate is much higher and better, obviously better, in the overworld. So might as well go into the overworld, build up some stats, and get those monsters out of the way where they're the most common. Because otherwise, you know, knowing my luck, I'd go into the future dungeons where they have a less chance to be encountered, and I wouldn't ever encounter them, and I'd be stuck trying to grind them. So we'll grind them out in the overworld, but that'll be in our next episode where we first start off by heading to Poft to get the airship. Take care, see you then. Bye!